Hey folks, it's Jared Manninen from the website TahoeTrailGuide.com. Today I want to talk about roller skiing and whether or not you should embrace it in the off season in order to become a better cross-country skier in the winter. I did put a whole bunch of text overlays on this video, so you may need to pause here and there. The text overlays don't directly correspond to what I'm saying in the moment, but they reinforce what I am speaking about, which is that I don't really encourage you to start roller skiing, whether that's classic or skate roller skiing, until you become proficient at technique, whether that's, again, classic or skating. I tried it a few years ago under the encouragement of a whole bunch of different people, and then I've had many people over the years just asking me whether or not they should start as they begin their cross-country skiing journey. I don't want to discourage you, but I just don't recommend it because the consequences are so high. Falling on asphalt is so much worse than falling on snow or even ice. I have done some pretty abrupt face plants in deeper snow, fortunately, but honestly, I've never gone down that hard on regular cross-country skis where I've feared breaking a bone or dislocating a joint or something like that. Roller skiing, when I gave it a shot years ago, I went down hard one time, and that was even with elbow pads and knee pads. It was good that I had the pads, but the elbow pad, for example, came to a screeching halt as soon as it hit the asphalt, and my arm slid through the elbow pad. I still ended up with road rash all over my elbow and forearm anyway. And it was at that point I decided that this is kind of upper level type cross-country ski action. This is for somebody that's actually looking to compete or to really refine their technique. My recommendation ultimately comes down to, if you're a really good cross-country skier, take up roller skiing in the off season, at least to one degree or another, and that'll make you an even better cross-country skier. But if you're starting from scratch, if you're just getting started and you're only in a few years and maybe you don't have the greatest single leg balance or you're relying on your cross-country ski poles to keep you upright, I just don't think roller skiing is going to be an ideal fit for you. Again, falling down, oh God, you could just ruin your entire summer. It's not a good situation, obviously. And for what? You get to practice technique, but there are pitfalls to practicing technique with roller skiing. Again, you're running rubber on asphalt, not a ski base on slippery snow. And I feature in this video both classic cross-country skiing as well as skate skiing, mostly classic cross-country skiing. You have to make sure those skis track straight. There are no tracks for you to follow like there would be at groomed terrain. And I'm really good at tracking skis straight in open terrain because I ski half of my season off trail. But with the roller skis, as soon as that rubber wheel touches ground, it's going to continue tracking in the angle or the direction in which you pointed it. So if you don't point it straight down the trail, it's going to go veer off. And of course that does happen when you're diagonal striding outside of the tracks, but because there's not nearly as much friction between, a cross-country ski and snow as there is rubber and asphalt, you can make subtle and minor corrections in that angle of ski. You can do that on the fly if you're a proficient skier. But it just doesn't work that way with classic roller skis. Another major factor that you have to consider when classic roller skiing, for example, is that there's no grip zone on those roller skis. There's no camber to the roller ski. So you don't necessarily have to impulse down to push off. Essentially, manufacturers of classic roller skis employ some type of a ratchet system that prevents the rear wheel from rolling backwards. This makes it so that you can push off forward, but it does not simulate or recreate the experience of pressuring down on your ski to compress it flat so that the grip zone then engages with the snow so that you can push off. So you can get away with kind of sloppy technique on classic roller skis. Skate skiing, in my opinion, is a little bit more in line with what I would associate with roller skiing, just because when skate skiing, our skis are always gliding forward. Even when we push off laterally from ski to ski, those skis are still technically gliding forward. Classic skis come to a momentary halt when we plant the grip zone in the snow. If you're getting into cross-country skiing, you're new to it, maybe have only done it for a couple of years or a couple of times, invest more effort into developing your lower body stability and single leg balance. There's tons of information about how to develop that single leg balance, and I think that's more effective at getting you ready to become a better cross-country skier. I just finished watching another YouTube video about roller skiing where there was a couple of guys trying it for the first time, and they did actually really well, all things considered. But watch that video and see them go down and how easily they go down, and how when you go down on asphalt, you just come to a stop. Your body takes the full impact. But like the instructor in that video expresses, the vast majority of cross-country skiers who roller ski, they do it out of necessity. So it becomes this necessary evil for people who are skiing at a high level, who are competing, but not something, again, that I would recommend beginners or even intermediate cross-country skiers try. I've skied for 10 seasons now. I just earned my level 3 PSIA certification. For some of you that may mean something, others it may not. But the bottom line is that very few people actually go on to achieve their level 3 certification as a Nordic instructor, because not only do you got to be a good teacher, have good soft skills or communication skills, but you have to be a pretty good skier too. And I've managed to achieve that in 10 years, and that was through just a lot of cross-country skiing every winter, as well as doing some off-season training, which involved developing lower body stability and single leg balance. That's really going to be what you want to put your time in doing. Roller skiing, again, helps hone your technique when you already have a good foundation, and is a great workout, but there are so many other things you could be doing to develop cardio fitness or endurance, for example, too. So don't feel like you're being left out. Hey, I want to accelerate my learning. I want to do this as quick as possible. Just let it be a journey for you and slowly develop your technique, your strength, your stamina, your agility. Okay, folks, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out TahoeTrailGuide.com for more information. If you have any feedback or questions, post it in the comment section below. Again, it's not my intention to discourage you from trying roller skiing. I'm just saying don't feel like you're missing out or getting left behind. You're not. It comes with time. I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to enjoy your summers. Because, again, unless you're a competitive athlete, as far as cross-country skiing goes, there's no reason that you have to cross-country ski or roller ski all season long. There's so many other fun outdoor activities that you can participate in. So for me, I'm trying to, sure, keep my skills intact, but I'm also trying to enjoy life on a daily basis, and that means embracing what the season has to offer. And right now it's summer, and I hope you're having a good one. So take care, folks.